Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Teen Shao, and today we're going to be talking about the new What If They Chew guys. They're talking about a What If They Chew guys. I said that I should be doing today on the community post. You guys asked, for those of you who were there, like 3 people were there, they asked for what if Izuku Midoriya trained before he met All Might Part 4. Which is what I'll be working on today right now. Now, for you all might be wondering, what relationship will Izuku now have between Nejire? At the moment, no relationship, because I find relationships in My Hero Academia pointless, because if you want to be a hero, you can't be putting others and yourself at risk by having relationships and, falling in love, because that's just a stupid concept. That's why All Might never fell in love. Maybe he didn't try. Maybe he could have tried. Maybe he could have. But he didn't, because he was afraid that the family, the people he will fall in love with would be used against him in the future. So that's why All Might pretty much disregarded everything else. And why he only took one sidekick when he could have taken multiple. Because All Might cared. He didn't want others to be burdened with what he was. With what he had. So, this is going to be something like this between Izuku Midoriya and Nejire. I kind of rushed it at the beginning, but I realized that I should try to make it a slow burn, where it will slowly come together, because they're both different years, different ages, and they both had different dreams about what they want to do in the future. So that is why, effective immediately, until I reach a consensus with you, the viewers, and myself, I'll be putting on hold Izuku and Nejire's relationship. Now that is out of the way, let us get on with the part. Izuku woke up. He saw his arms, his legs, his whole body was in a cast. Just like Kirishima after the Kai Chisaki arc. Izuku was panicking, and then his monitor went up. And then in came a bunch of nurses. All Might came in, Inko came in, and then basically all of Class A tried to rush into the infirmary. And Izuku was there. He was wondering what happened. All he remembered was fighting the Nomu, beating it, and then All Might punching it into infinity and beyond. Izuku then looked and saw all his classmates crying for him. Bakugo was stubbornly looking away, trying not to shed any tears, because everybody thought he would die. He exerted his body way too much, and he put himself at risk for all of them. For that, he has their respect. But that does not mean that he's fine. No, he's not actually fine. It's just that since his body has sustained so much damage, it seems that if he goes something like that again, he will be a cripple. He will lose all function from below his neck, and he'll never be able to move again. All he'll be on a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Those are the consequences of his actions. But this is Izuku Midoriya. This is the man who breaks through his limits, has the highest pain tolerance in the whole damn MHA universe, and will go above and beyond, plus ultra, break his body over and over again if it meant just saving one person. So when the doctor told him he would be a cripple, Izuku was scared. He's 15. He just found out that if he does stuff like this again, he'll be a cripple. But he was happy. He didn't care. Yes, he may be a cripple. But he saved so many people that day. He felt like a true hero, doing whatever he could to save his classmates. And seeing the relief on their faces when he did was all the reward he needed. Seeing the smile, the tears in their eyes, seeing All Might looking at him with pride. Inko, even though she was scared, she looked prideful at her sonny boy. Her son, her child, who went above and beyond, who went through everything in life. The way life treated him, and he bounced back and became a hero that he said he would be. So, it is the next day. After that cheerful reunion, Izuku, now with reinvigorated, full of energy, when he woke up, I don't know what. Maybe he some like the pass one for all users gave him some energy. I don't know, but recovery girl healed him up, and then Izuku went went to sleep and then came to school the next day, which is what I'm going to be talking about. So they came back. Wherever he went, students would congratulate him. Teachers would say hello. People didn't even notice he was there. Class 1B had grudging respect for him. Because this guy, he was a real hero. He was someone you should aspire to be. So, Izuku walked into class, and everybody got up and gave him a hug, shaked his hand. Kirishimi's like, what you did was so manly, dude. And then Kaminari was like, yeah, you did great, dude. And then Bakugo was like, shouldn't scare me like that again, nerd. You do that, I'll bring you back and kill you myself. Todoroki was still staring at the back, just sitting there, because apparently he didn't really know what to say. He barely had any social interaction growing up, and he just, even if he wanted to say something, it would just come out in small, awkward sentences. So he just stayed at the back. The girls were all fawning over him. They got a good look at his muscles at the USJ. They saw his brave attitude, and they decided to each reward him with a kiss on the cheek. Of course, after that, Izuku was super flustered. His whole head was red, and he promptly fainted. And this was the side to what Aizawa walked into. Aizawa's Pav. I just woke up. Hey, let me drink some more coffee. And so I start walking, and Aizawa opens the door, and then he's like to himself, I'm too early for this. This class will be the death of me. And then he sees Izuku. He's like, Izuku Midoriya. I thought he wouldn't have much potential, but it seems like he went above and beyond my expectations. But he's way too reckless. I'll have to make sure that he takes that recklessness out of him, just like a certain hero that I know. Now we switch over to Izuku once more. Okay, no, that was the third pause actually. I don't even know anymore. So Izuku gets up. Izuku is woken up by Aizawa, just kicking his side, saying, "Wake up, wake up." And Izuku's like, "Why are you kicking my side, Mr. Aizawa? Like, I could still be injured, but you're not. Are you?" And Izuku's like, "No." And Aizawa's like, "Then good. Then get up, because your battle is not over yet." And everybody got a bit scared. And Izuku just stared ahead with battle-hardened eyes, waiting to see what the next challenge would be. And then Aizawa said, "The sports festival." And everybody started cheering, "Woohoo! Yeah! Bam! Bam!" And then, yes, I know they don't do bam bam, that sounds like gunshots, but like, can you blame me? So, Izuku is what you would call, he's pretty ecstatic right now. Izuku just heard all this great news, and he decided, now I need to train even harder than before, because all his classmates now saw how strong he was. The whole school knew how strong he was, so he knew he had to get better than before. So that's what Izuku did. He made sure to go above and beyond with his training. Aizawa basically gave him 3 weeks, and then during those 3 weeks, because he gave him an extra week for Izuku, because after he went through a bit of physical therapy to get his bones working again, his body up to speed. So for 1 week he did physical therapy. For 2 weeks he trained intensely under the guidance of All Might. And All Might looked above, making sure that Izuku was okay, that he wasn't, overextending himself. But just like the man All Might knows, Izuku is a fighter. He wouldn't go down without a fight. So he let him do what he decided, what Izuku thought was right. 2 weeks later, Izuku walking down the hall. Lights are shining around him. He can hear the crowd cheering his name. Izuku, Izuku, Izuku. And Izuku couldn't be happier. Then he sees a light at the end of the hallway and walks through it, hearing the cheers across from the audience around him. Looking behind him, he sees the rest of his class and President Mike announcing the others. Izuku walks and stands in front of his class in the at-ease position in the Canadian military. That's the only one I know, guys. I'm sorry. So, Izuku just stands there at the ready, and so does his classmates, all in a position. Everybody's impressed with how organized they look, while the other classes look on in jealousy at how they're getting all the attention. Glory-seeking bastards. They should never do that. They don't know what it feels like to be attacked by villains. Maybe I should go in there and open a can of whoop-ass on their faces to know how it feels. So, but that's for later, when I am in MHA. So, we now proceed to Izuku. Once more. Midnight goes up on the stage. All the guys are whooping, hollering, and those who have girlfriends or wives are just pretending not to look so they don't get in trouble for it. But everybody knows they're looking. So, Midnight goes up and calls Izuku Midoriya to the stage as the representative of UA High, first years. So, Izuku goes up. And he gets ready to say his speech. But then he decides, you know what? Screw it. I'll be cocky. I'll be arrogant. I'll be everything that a stereotypical hero will be for just today. Because it's time to let the beast out. It's time to show them who I truly am. So, Izuku went on the stage and said, hello to all you potential losers. I am gonna win. Obviously. Look at me. I beat so many villains on that USJ. I destroyed the Nomu, too. The one that was meant to kill All Might. I know all of you. I know all you showboating types. You just want to win. You're like, oh, look at that class. They're always winning. They're always getting what they want. Let me tell you. You don't know what winning is or what being a hero is until you're in that situation. So let me tell you straight to your facts. 1A, my class, me, we face villains while you all just sat in your class doing squat. So I'm going to tell you right now. You're about to lose. It's going to be the most embarrassing losses in your life. Because our class is going to step up. Our class is going to get it. Our class is going to be number 1 in this whole damn school. So this is a declaration to all of you. We, me, and UA, our brothers and sisters will win. All of us at Class A will win. Because we are the number 1 hero course. We are the potential heroes of this next generation. So if you have any of your doubts, instead of yelling it out now, show me down there on the battlefield. And then Izuku dropped the mic and jumped off the stage with a ground pound on the ground, destroying it. Everybody was in shock until the spectators started cheering and everything. They're like, yeah, waiting, hearing that awesome speech coming from Midoriya's lips. And so, that declaration of war. Now, they is now ready for a heated battle. So, we get to the obstacle race. And now, just so you know, at the moment, the whole classes, everybody else are pissed. 1A is afraid because Bakugo and the confident ones, Bakugo, Todoroki were ready for that war, that declaration. The rest of the class, they were trying to make amends, but none of the others were listening. They all thought Izuku was a strong, heroic type. They didn't know he was like this. But they only know one side of Izuku Midoriya, and they don't really know the true side. If Izuku never got bullied, I surely believe that as a hero, he would be cocky. He would be arrogant. Because just like Bakugo, Katsuki Bakugo, if he was never bullied, if he was praised, even if he was treated righteously, even without a quirk, by everybody in his school, I'm not saying that he wouldn't be... I don't know how to say it. Yeah. I'm not saying that he would be super arrogant or cocky. He would be like a certain brat that we all know in the original MHA. But he would be like what I'm describing now because, hey, he's a protege of the number one hero. He has his quirk. He was praised. He was treated so greatly, like Melissa was, that he would never realize the struggles of a real quirkless man or woman. Because as much as anybody can say that Melissa, she was quirkless too, they'd be great friends. No. Melissa was quirkless, yes. But she didn't go with the prejudice that Izuku Midoriya did through. That's why it's kind of off with their shit, but I still like it anyway, because they're both nerds. So, and nerds make great friends, okay? So, back onto the story. Where now it's the obstacle race. Izuku, using his analytical thoughts, he's going all out today, but not his power, his mind. His mind is his greatest weapon. He can figure out a hero's weakness before the hero can even talk, just by a look. So, he can analyze you and you wouldn't even notice. So, Izuku Midoriya saw that the first obstacle was actually the tunnel they were in. At the count of 5, he charged up 10% of one for all in his body. At 4, he charged 15. At 1, he jumped. And at 0, he cleared the whole tunnel and started running. As fast as Wally West from Young Justice. Yes, I know that's pretty fast, so I'm gonna say he ran at 25%, okay? There, yeah. Now, you might wonder, how is Izuku able to use this much of one for all? Because before that, his body would get broken. But look at this. Think of it like this. When your body bones break, or your body muscles tear, they get stronger. Now, I'm not saying that every time this happens, every time Izuku breaks his bones or his muscles, it will happen. I'm just saying that it is more likely to happen. It will happen. That's what I'm saying. So, Izuku... Let's see. Izuku starts running really fast. He's blitzing through. He sees robots. He's just punching them left and right, jumping, do kicks. And then he sees a small robot and decides to show off a bit. He goes, jumps up, does a flick and destroys it. Turning around, he runs back. He starts running backwards. And everybody's just yelling at him. The whole crowd is cheering them. They love these theatrics cheer. But Izuku, he don't care. He's just gonna keep running forward like the bull he is. And so, Izuku Midoriya is winning at the moment. Katsuki Bakugo, Todoroki, second and third. They're way ahead of the pack. Nobody can even sometimes see them move. They're moving that fast. They're not as fast as Izuku, no. But they're battling for second and third. Todoroki using his ice and manipulating his ice as roller skates and rolling across the ground. Bakugo using continuous bursts of speed, using his explosions to go ahead forward, faster and faster each time. Then comes in Momo. She made before... Okay, wait, no. Then comes in Ida. Yes. Don't forget, guys. Ida has a speed quirk, base quirk, so he will naturally be faster than most people. So right now he's in 4th, but he's quickly gaining on Todoroki and Bakugo, who are constantly changing from 2nd to 3rd. Now we get to come back to Izuku. He is on the second obstacle, which is the ropes. Izuku decides to just show off a bit more. So he uses 30% of one for all. and he jumps, and he clears a quarter. Then he jumps again and again. Backflips, somersaults, 2 backflips and a somersault, cartwheels. He's going everywhere across. And then he accidentally, quotation marks, lands on the ropes and breaks some. He does it, of course, on purpose. Because he's out here to win, not to coddle his classmates and other people just to let them roll over his victory. No. Nah. So, it goes forward. We now cut to Bakugo, Ida, and Todoroki. Bakugo, seeing the gorge, smiles. He knows this is where he will excel. And so, he goes even faster forward. Passes Todoroki and just blasts himself all the way to the beginning. All halfway. Yeah, he blasts himself halfway. As you know, 1/3. Yeah, 1/3. His explosions are strong. Don't forget that. So, him being able to achieve such a feat is not impossible. Now, here comes Todoroki. He freezes like he did in the anime. He does the same thing. Ida does the same thing as well, but he is passed by Mei Hatsume and various other people. Now, here's how things start changing. Now, when Izuku sees the minefield, right? Instead of using what he did when he didn't want to use his quirk, instead, he decided to run across it. Now, mind you, he is as fast as Wally West from Young Justice. We all know that he was pretty fast. Okay, he may not have been Flash level, but he was fast nonetheless. And so, that's why I think that he would be, when he passed over the bombs, the mines, they would go off 3 seconds after he stepped on them, because they would react, they would trigger after that. And so, all everybody would see in the audience was just a massive pink explosions everywhere. Izuku running in zigzag all around, doing maneuvers, maybe even digging up some mines before he steps on them and kicking them backwards to the other contestants. Bakugo sees a mine flying towards him, and then he does a gigantic twirl around the air. Then he blasts forward again like Tony Stark, using his feet as propulsion. Then comes Todoroki. He creates an ice wall, then creates an ice embankment and starts running upwards, and jumps down, and creates an ice slide, and flies up in the air, ready to land using his ice. Ida comes in and decides to use a special move. He needs to catch up. He needs to prove that he can actually be a worthwhile rival for Izuku freaking Midoriya. So now we go in. Izuku, now we come into Ida. Ida uses Recipro Burst, and he runs up the embankment just as Todoroki did. He falls and he starts running. He passes Todoroki. He passes Bakugo, and he is coming close. He is halfway to Midoriya, because Midoriya decided to slow down for whatever reason to give other people a chance. He wanted to show how merciful as a powerful guy he is. And so, not liking this, Ida pushes himself even further and is almost reaching Izuku when Izuku goes back to 30% and blitzes Ida's speed. And now it's a race between Izuku Midoriya, Ida, Todoroki, and Bakugo. Everybody's in that tunnel ready to go. And now we go through. And President Mike says, who will be the first one to come through and we reach the finish line? All you can hear is the pitter-patter of feet. People running. The unmistakable sound of explosions, electricity, ice, and air. And out of the stadium comes red shoes and green mop of hair. Izuku Midoriya is the number one. He won. He's the winner of the first event. Then comes in Ida. Ida beat Bakugo and Todoroki by a hair width. Think of cars, and instead of, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do it like that. Dinoco is Ida. Bakugo is Cars, is Lightning McQueen. And Chick Hicks is Todoroki. I know it's in the wrong order. I know Bakugo's a Chick Hicks. I know that Todoroki is what? No, Dinoco. And Ida's Dinoco and Todoroki is like, you know what? I don't even know what Todoroki would be. You know what? Tell me down in the comment section below what car you think Todoroki would be. But other than that, let's get back. So now, it was a 3-way tie for second place. Oh my god, guys. This is intense. This is the most fun I've had doing a what if since forever. But, unfortunately, that's where I have to end it off. This is getting to at least 26 to 27 minutes. That's the longest what if I have done on this channel. So, that's where I'm going to end it off. I decided to give you an exciting UA Sports Festival. So that's why. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. This is Team Shallot out of here.